Yeah, it looked real rough when we first saw the product. But Sean polished them up real good, and they ended out, I think, 9-8.
Yeah,
they finish out at least above 500.
I'm not a big fan of Sean for the simple reason how he handled
Drew's whole career.
Yeah, I don't. So I don't. I know he's a good coach. He's a good coach.
He's a solid coach that
right.
found a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Right. And then we'll find out how good he is if he develops this quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a good coach, but he squandered 12 years, 15 years.
Okay.
I think
probably about 10 years of Drew Brees.
Right. You had the best quarterback in that division his whole time there. And you can't dominate that division.
Yeah.
Remember, for a period, they were alternating Atlanta, Carolina, Saints, Tampa Bay. They were this thing was alternating, and you got the best for over a decade.
Yeah, it was like a thing for 8 years straight.
Right.
It was a new division winner, which no other division in the NFL had that.
Right. And you have the best quarterback. When you got the best quarterback in your division, you're supposed to be like Peyton Manning when he had these scrubs in the South during his time. He ate them up.
Now, and for his defense, he had the Falcons with Matt Ryan when they were really, really good.
He did.
Carolina with Cam Newton for a long time.
Right.
And then the Buccaneers were just trash. So,
But my point is, out of those quarterbacks, he's
still better than
those
all
were
of them
journeymen.
compared to him.
Cam Newton was always a journeyman because he never developed his game. Okay, that's my opinion.
I'm not.
That's
all you,
right? But my point is, he never really had a high quarterback rating as far as passing.
Yeah,
and so that means you still at that journeyman stage. Okay, and then Matt Schaub, he's a journeyman.
I mean Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, he's a journeyman.
He won an MVP.
I know. You get good years, but my point is, these guys, the Saints, supposed to dominate that division. Okay, so let's talk about the Raiders.
Oh,
what are they called? Are they the LA Raiders? Are they the Oakland Raiders? Or are they the Vegas Raiders?
Vegas. And
who's that quarterback? I believe it's still.
I don't know. Jimmy Garoppolo's backing up somebody. It ain't Jimmy. He got that contract. He got traded or cut. I don't really know.
I think Jimmy.
I didn't watch a Raider game this year. Raiders are. I knew when coming into the season it was dysfunctional. It's a dysfunctional team every year with these guys. I'm not gonna waste. I'm not a Raider fan. I'm not wasting my time watching college football on a Division II level compared to the NFL. I mean, I'm sorry. The Raiders were so bad.
So, was it Gardner? What's his name? Gardner Minshew? That's my boy from the 70s, man. He rocks out with the whole 70s swag.
Yeah, Minshew, and it was supposed to be, I looked it up, Aiden O'Connell was also another quarterback. They, them two combined for 4 wins.
4 wins? Okay, now, they got a new, because we had that conversation about the quarterback room.
Yeah. About
the Raiders and how they go through coaches.
Yeah.
So they're going through another coach. Now they're bringing in Pete Carroll.
Pete,
what do you think?
Don't buy a house. Pete, just rent. You ain't gonna be there long. Don't even worry about it. You may be here for 2 seasons.
But you're gonna get paid.
You're gonna get paid. Well, as I said, you just rent a house. You ain't gonna be there long because their ownership is very, very volatile. I don't know what goes on in the background, but he fires you quick.
He does.
And he hires you faster.
That's right. Pete, I hope Pete has some success and bring the Raiders back, but
they're not gonna give him control.
What's his name? Mark Davis.
Yeah, Mark Davis.
He's
just as erratic as his father. His father just knew football.
His father coached the Raiders.
I know
in the AFL days.
But that's what I'm saying. His father actually knew football,
right?
So it was his erraticism had some semblance of understanding in the long run. Like when he drafted Sebastian Janikowski, first overall pick,
right?
That's erratic. No one would ever do that any other day. Sebastian was surprised he got called in the first round.
Right.
He was expecting 6 or 7, but he's all top 3 all time scoring in points. Sebastian was for 13 years the best kicker.
Right. Well, his style when the West Coast offense came out in the 80s with Bill Walsh, he kept with the vertical game. Now, he did get 2 Super Bowls.
And then he also went to a Super Bowl in the 2000s.
Yeah, he did.
So it's like...
But he kept what... That was his game.
Yep.
He wanted that vertical. He wanted speed. He was the first guy to go out here and get track guys that couldn't catch. What's his name? DeMarcus Russell. He got...
DeMarcus Russell. Oh, my
gosh. But... You know, the Raiders are the Raiders. Okay, let's talk about my favorite division.
The South.
The South.
That's a trash division. Let's start with the number 1 trash quarterback in that division. Okay. Trevor Lawrence. Oh, man. Another one that you was hyped for.
I was hyped for him.
You could make an NFL job because you can't see talent. Because Trevor Lawrence, I told you coming into the draft, I was like, he ain't going to be that good.
Okay, when he played in that...
he played on a super team.
He did, but when he got hit, I guess it was against Ohio State.
Yeah, it was Ohio State.
He got hit. I mean, he got his bell rung. He shook it off, and he went and he ran some more. And
I did like, yeah, he wasn't playing a quarterback. He played as a running back.
Yeah,
that couldn't say yep.
But he was white magic. Just he was Deshaun point 2. Okay, you had Deshaun running around making these plays for Clemson, and then he came in and he did the exact same thing.
And they got about the same amount of peak, him and them two. 2 second round, one of them got second round passes, and that's it.
Okay, now, so I don't know with him for the simple reason, the owner.
I mean, is he worth his contract, that $200 million contract he got? Or like $180 million?
Again.
Is Trevor, well, answer this. Is Trevor worth that contract he got?
He took him to the playoffs.
Once out of 5 years. He has more losing seasons than he has even winning seasons.
Okay, my point is he able or capable?
Doug is fired because of him.
I agree, but I'm not saying that, but is it also the culture? Because just look what Cleveland. With your boy
Kevin Stefanski.
No, in Cleveland, the quarterback.
Deshaun?
No, the one that's in Tampa Bay.
You're talking about Baker.
Right, he plays up there. Now, he had a little success in Cleveland, but then he's having better success in Tampa Bay, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is true.
But my point is, it's a cultural thing in Jacksonville, Carolina, you know, some of these Cleveland.
Yeah.
And can these quarterbacks overcome all the chaos? Joe Burrow, I don't think he's going to be able to overcome all the chaos that's going on.
He has. He's been to a Super Bowl.
He has.
And a conference championship.
Okay. Well, then, so let's go over another quarterback then.
Okay.
Let's go with Indianapolis. What's his Richardson? Is it
vacant spot? That's what it is. Anthony Richardson, I would say, Your combine made me believe that you had a shot. I should have believed in the film like I usually do. The film showed you were just a below average quarterback.
Right. He don't have no accuracy, but he's very athletic.
Yeah, that's his thing.
But if he was put in the right system.
If he was put in a team where he was like Michael Penix was in, like off the bench for a year, he would have maybe done something with like a year or two. Just he's so raw.
Yeah, that's my point.
So he would just be.
That's my point.
He's gonna be bouncing around the league now.
You think so?
I mean, it's nothing.
They don't keep dudes like him as backups. They like backups to be
quiet.
Well, I'm not saying that part, but they like, for what I noticed, they like backups to be a little bit more accuracy.
That's true. You want a backup that can just we know can win us a game if we need him to.
Right. I think they're looking for backups more than less on the athletic side.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I don't think he's disrupting. We
don't know
the quarterback.
Well, he did hit the saying that I don't know if you knew this, but it was like this season he was like, "Take me out, coach, take me out," and they were like, "You hurt? You good? Or what's wrong? Something we need to bring the trainers out?" He's like, "Nah, I'm tired."
If you like these, do us a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that follow, and that notification.